We have in front of us a complicated bishop ending from Najdorf Garcia, 1968. This one was covered in the Silman's Complete Endgame course, so if you'd like more coverage, more detailed coverage, more in-depth, definitely grab his book. But in the meantime, you have me in front of you in this position. And let me ask you, do you feel that this position is holdable for black? Why? Why not? Break through what you think the defense is and what you're supposed to be doing in the position. Now, let's assume you have white. I'd like for you to try to come up with a plan to win the game. Now, it looks like black is doing a great job with his bishop. So if it was white to move, let me say I waste a move and he pushes. Looks like we're in fantastic shape here, as if the white king tries come, oh, we got you covered, and there's no way for the king to be in both spaces at the same time. I'm going to sit my king on h7, and we can see how, even with the extra pawn, this bishop of opposite color position is going to be a draw. So as we begin this position, we need to make a plan for white. Can we get a position where we can push the pawn? Well, I like to look at these positions in a point A to B thinking manner. Make plans rather than calculation. Calculation without a plan is wasted effort. So I see if I take my king under the correct circumstances to attack this pawn, his bishop is going to need to be defending it. Now, if I can get his bishop here while my king is, say, on any of these three squares, I'll be able to push the pawn and make some progress, because his bishop will no longer be on this diagonal. So let's start there. Bishop b3, black's move. Well, he comes back to bother our pawn. Now the critical moment. Do we defend the pawn or go after his b pawn? Well, it's important to evaluate after king c5. This is a win. The bishop will have to sacrifice for the pawn, and in the meantime, we'll have all the time in the world for our king to come back over. And if you paid attention to other parts of our series, we can give up the g-pawn for the h-pawn because our rook pawn is on the corner color square of our bishop, meaning we can force his king out of the corner and win the game. If you did not know that, go back and look at a couple of our quick endgame videos that preceded this one, and you will see that theme pop up. So that's not it. Bishop d3, critical position. What do you do with white? We've established that black can't take the f-pawn. So we pass. Beautiful move by Najdorf, and the critical position of the endgame. Black is in Zugzwang, because the bishop cannot improve itself. And black plays king f7. And this gives us a golden opportunity. g6. The bishop is poisoned, as our pawns are defending the path. If he takes, same story, different pieces. It's a girl, so he must go back. But we accomplished one of our many goals. We made progress. Bishop g7. Again, we can give up all of that to get that one, as we understand why that ending is going to be a win. This pawn will get taken on b7. We'll take with the king. We will still have the h-pawn left over. We move our king over, promote the pawn, and win the game. So black must wait. Now the next form of the plan. How do we make progress? Pause your video and try to break down the rest. Okay, let's continue. Let's get the bishop out of the way first. Flexible square. Same story. If that bishop ever takes on f5, we're able to take on b5, but only after we play g takes h7 check. King d4. Notice how the jockeying of the king takes away the bishop's critical square. And now we have a path. Now that our king is in an optimal position to usher our passer, clip, f6, only move to stop that pawn. But now king e7, Zugzwang finishes this beautiful bishop endgame example off as bishop f7 is met strongly by h7. You have to be careful here not to stalemate your opponent. King e8, queen, and win. That'll do it for this example. Najdorf, excellent player. Look into him.